Yo, what's up everyone, LegendBegins here, and we have an exciting piece of news today for the virtual reality community. Half-Life VR, the prequel to Half-Life 2, is coming out, official Valve software. So today, Valve made their first Twitter account with a single tweet, being, "We're excited to unveil Half-Life Alyx, our flagship VR game, this Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time." This is huge. The VR community has been missing something like this. A AAA flagship title, something made by one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, with one of the most legendary game series ever created. People have been asking for a new Half-Life game for 12 years, and we're getting one in VR. Some people are upset because they really wanted a flat game in the Half-Life universe. And I understand. It'd be like, I'm upset that they didn't make my game in a way that I can play it because I don't have a VR headset. And I understand being upset by that. But from the perspective of someone who has loved VR his entire life, has been following its development for years, this is incredible. This is exactly what we needed. Because they've had a chicken and the egg scenario the entire time. Valve has been spearheading the VR movement for the past 3 and 4 years. They have been the front runners. They gave Oculus their initial tech. They developed Steam VR, the Lighthouse tracking, worked with HTC, effectively designed the Vive and had them manufacture it. Made the Valve Index, been working closely with Pimax software, just everything. Valve has been behind it, and finally we get a game made by them for us in the VR community. Breaking that chicken and an egg scenario. So finally, they've been doing decent with content for a while. I mean, because of the work Oculus put in beforehand, we had a decent period where you had tech demos, but at the same time, people getting the headsets were just enthusiasts, and as the people who bought headsets developed over time to more and more toward the mainstream, the video games became, and just content in general, became more and more geared toward the mainstream, bigger, more vibrant, exotic, more full and actual game-like. And so finally, we're getting the Half-Life of VR. And let me just go ahead and go into a few of the details revealed by Valve News Network. The game is supposed to be 12 to 16 hours long, so it's a decent-sized game, a prequel to Half-Life 2. It's going to have a series of weapons, all contained within the original Half-Life, but these are going to be moddable. You're going to be able to change them, upgrade them, add all sorts of new fun features. The entire game is going to be moddable, have a modding engine for the community. I don't believe that there's going to be a 2D version of the game, a flat version for regular desktop players, so it seems like it'll be VR exclusive, which is going to be unique. Typically these big name VR titles that we've had in the past, like Skyrim and Fallout 4, were initially 2D VR games, or excuse me, 2D desktop games before being ported over to VR. So it's going to be interesting having a VR exclusive game that doesn't even have a counterpart in the 2D space. So it seems like the game is going to have a fully interactable, physics-based environment. So I don't know if that's just the Source 2 engine, or if they're going to add some special sauce that makes it like, you get a rocket launcher, you can blow up the ground. It seems like you could end up locking yourself into a specific area. Like you could soft lock yourself or ruin the game. But Valve will figure that out. They're great with physics. But here's what's getting me excited. The game is going to have, supposedly, a chemistry engine. And that just sounds super cool. I love the idea that all of a sudden there are going to be chemical reactions in my video games. We've had physics engines for years, but it's never really occurred to me that, hey, a chemistry engine could be just as neat. So we'll see how that ends up working out with all the physics and everything. Because, man, Valve's engines are incredible. I got to give them credit for that. So it's going to be focused on Alyx from Half-Life, obviously, and the game is going to be compatible with all different forms of movement in VR. So probably with teleportation, regular movement, maybe we'll add some kind of walking in place option. But regardless, this is the biggest news we've had in the VR space since the Index was announced. I mean, this is crazy big. And I just want to go ahead and say, Valve, I don't agree with everything you do, but thank you for being the company that made VR happen. And I hope that it pays out for you in the long run. So, if you guys have any thoughts, Anything you'd like to discuss, feel free in the comments. Come back 10 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday. I'll try to put up something or another discussing what was revealed. But other than that, stay hyped, stay virtual. And it sounds like I'm doing somebody else's outro. Anyway, I'm super excited, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope you're not too disappointed if you were hoping for a VR game on a monitor. But VR needed this, and we're excited. So it's going to be great. And if you really want to play, but you can't because it's in VR, consider the mixed reality headsets for like $130. They're cheap, and they're decent. And you can play this game with them because they'll run Steam VR. So anyway, just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.